Hello friends, welcome back once again in the video lecture series of data communication and networking. Its subject code is 1618502. I'm going to teach you network fundamental. It is unit number 5, and in this first of all I will try to teach you about circuit switching. This is my name and my designation. So let us talk about the video, and first of all, let us talk about the main content which is going to be included in this video. So first of all, I will teach you about circuit switching. After that, I will teach you its description. Later on, I will give you a brief introduction on phases of circuit switch connection. Next, I will give you one diagrammatical representation of circuit. Okay. Next, I will teach you about advantages and disadvantages of uh, circuit. Then, how circuit switching is used in computer network, that is very important. Then, I will discuss about FDM, that is frequency division multiplexing. Then, I will also include time division multiplexing because these two factors are very important in circuit switching. Then some formula, important formula that may be asked in your exam, right? And after that, I will give you a brief summary, and obviously I will give you some good references also. So let's start with sorry, first point, that is what do you mean by circuit switching. So it is a method of implementing a telecommunication network in which two nodes which are connected with a network are established a dedicated channel, which is also known as circuit, through the network before they communicate. What does it mean? That means before the communication takes place, a network has to be established between two nodes, in which one of the node is source and another one is known as your what, destination. So the path should be decided first, and that path is known as your circuit. So basically this circuit guarantees the bandwidth of channel and remains connected during the communication session. So what is the importance of connecting or establishing this circuit or a path? It it is helpful to have the idea of bandwidth of a channel, right? The circuit function as if the nodes were physically connected is within the electrical circuit, right? What is the function of circuit? Basically it behaves as the electrical circuit. Okay. Circuit switching contrasts the message switching and packet switching, right? This is very important. So first of all we will discuss about circuit switching, and after that we will talk about packet switching and your message switching. So this is the brief introduction of circuit switching with diagram. Here we can well imagine this is your terminal 1, this is your terminal 2, and this is your terminal 3 as a phone, right? This may be terminal 1, terminal 2 as a different computers which are being connected with switches. These are switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4 and switch 5, and through this the circuit is connected, right? See the green dotted line, there may be so many paths. These are the path, but along this path this green dotted line is showing about the circuit. So if you want to connect from terminal 1 to terminal 6, we have to go through this path. Okay, fine. So next talk about description. So It is basically used in early analog telephone signals, right? Okay, fine. When a call is made from the telephone to another, switches with the telephone exchange creates the continuous wire circuit between two telephones as long as call last. यानी जब तक से अगर दो लोगों के बीच में टेलीफोनिक कन्वर्सेशन को अगर एस्टेब्लिश करना है, तो जब तक से वो लोग बात कर रहे हो रहे होंगे, तब तक से स्विचेस का काम क्या है कि ये टेलीफोन एक्सचेंज में एक तरीके का कंटिन्यूअस वायर सर्किट को तब तक बना करके रखे जब तक से ये दोनों के कॉल एंड ना हो जाएं. In circuit switching, bit delay is constant during connection. There is a bit delay of possibility which may be constant during the connection, right? No circuit can be degraded by competing user because it is protected from user by other caller until the circuit is released and connection is set up. See, इस केसेस में कोई रेस कंडीशन नहीं होता. देयर इज नो पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ रेस कंडीशन. देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी प्रॉब्लम ऑफ competing the users, right? Okay, even if no actual communication takes place, the channel remains reserved and protected from the competing user. If there is no communication also, then also there is no possibility of competing of user. यानी यहाँ पे रेस कंडीशन की कोई महत्व या रेस कंडीशन का कोई यूज नहीं होता है, राइट? नेक्स्ट, while circuit switching is commonly used for connecting voice circuit, the concept of dedicated path persists between two communicating parties or nodes. See, whenever in especially in the communication in the circuit switching, whenever we are going for circuit switching, then the path is plays an important role for transmission as the dedicated between source and destination, right? The advantage of circuit switching is that it provides a continuous transfer without overhead associated with the packet, making the maximum use of bandwidth for that communication. See, whenever we are talking about dedicated path in circuit switching, so there is an advantage that whatever the transmission is going on, the transmission will be almost all continuous. So there will be no hindrance, no interference of the bandwidth problem. But there is some disadvantage also, that is it is relatively inefficient. Why it is inefficient? Because the capacity, unused capacity guarantees to a connection cannot be used by other connection on the same network. See, if we are having unused capacity, then it may so have happen that that unused capacity cannot be used by some other computer in that network. That is the biggest disadvantage, right? But in addition, we can say when the call cannot be established or will be dropped in the will be dropped if circuit is broken. This is the second disadvantage, that if circuit broken, then entire communication will be dropped down. Let's have a quick review on different phases of circuit switch connection. So first is your circuit establishment. So what is circuit establishment? It is a dedicated circuit or path which is established between source and destination through a number of intermediate switch centers. So we are having a dedicated path between source and destination, and in between these two there are several intermediate switching centers. Sender and receivers transmit the communication signals to request an acknowledgement establishment of the circuit. See, this is the very good things in especially in circuit switching, that till now we have not talked about acknowledgement. Here we are talking about acknowledgement also. That means If sender is sending something, receiver is receiving it, so receiver give the response to the sender that I have received the message. This is known as acknowledgement. Second one is your data transfer. What is data transfer? When the circuit has been established, data or any voice can be transferred from the source to destination. That is very important, right? Okay. A dedicated connection remains as long as end parties communicate. Means जब तक से कि हम the two parties are communicating, तब तक से हमारा वो dedicated channel रहेगा, और जैसे ही उन लोगों का communication खत्म होगा, it will be vanish out, right? So the circuit disconnection. So as the data transfer is completed, the connection is, it will be relinquished, right? Okay. The disconnection is initiated by any one of the user. That means disconnection, if you want to establish disconnection, so disconnection can be done from either of the party, that is from source or from the destination. Okay, so this is the diagrammatical representation of your circuit switching. So first of all, let me tell you some description. After that, I will show you the diagrammatical aspect. So whatever diagram I am going to show you, it is basically between telephones connected by the circuit switched connection. So the blue blocks will represent switching offices, and their connection will be done by other switching offices, right? The black link connects the switching offices, which represents the permanent link between the offices. These are the description which is going on, right? So we can straightway move in the diagrammatical part. These are the different representation that is already given to you for your notes, right? Okay, so let's see straightway. So this is the diagram in which here you are having one telephone, right? This is one telephone, this is your second telephone, this is your different switching offices, this is your permanent link between offices, this is your one more switching offices, and this link is established in the switching offices. So in this way, this is a sender, this is a receiver, and in this way several switches, intermediate switches are being used, right? So let's talk advantages and disadvantages. So first advantage is it is suitable for continuous transmission. So as we are now knowing that it is a dedicated line, so we can go for continuous transmission, right? Okay. Next one is your dedicated path ensures the steady data rate of the communication. See, why we are going for dedicated path? So that there are a lot of advantages also in dedicated path, that we will get the steady data rate, steady bandwidth, so that the communication will be happen without any hindrance. So no intermediate delay will found in the circuit when it will be established. That means in dedicated path there should be no intermediate delay will be happen. So they are suitable for real time communication, and basically they are used for voice and data transmission, right? Okay, but besides advantages, they are also having some disadvantages. That is, it is only used for dedicated path only. Dedicated path means what? That means it is only used for a specific source and destination. So in this type of connection, it is cannot be used for transmitting any other data, right? This is the very disadvantage. Even the data load is very low, right? Third, the bandwidth requirement is high even in the case of the low data volume also. That means whenever we should have low data volume, at that time the bandwidth should be low, but in this type of circuit switching, the bandwidth is always high. That is also one of the great disadvantage. So the utilization problem of the resources there, that means it creates mismanagement in utilization of the system resources. Also, some of the resources which are allocated to the particular connection, they can't be used for other connection. So this is the very awkward situation when we are having resources, but the resources cannot be used for the other communication purpose. Okay. So the time required for this such type of establishment connection is really very high. That is also one of the great disadvantage. So let's talk about how this type of circuit is used in computer network. So it is divided into pieces. The bandwidth is divided into pieces, and bit delay is constant during the connection. Dedicated path is established between sender and receiver, which provides a guaranteed data rate. See, whenever we are providing the dedicated path, that means it takes the guarantees to give a constant data rate. That is very important. So data can be transmitted without any delay once circuit is established. Means whenever the circuit is established between source and destination, then the transmission delay, the possibility of transmission delay is very low. Telephone systems network is one of the best example of your circuit switching. There are two multiplexing, that is time division multiplexing and FDM, are two important method for multiplexing that is used in your uh, circuit switching. First is your FDM. So what is FDM? As I have already discussed in your this in the separate section, now it is being used. Let's see how it is being used in circuit switching. So it is used when multiple data signals are combined for simultaneous transmission via shared communication. That is very important, right? Okay. Next one is it is a technique by which the total bandwidth is divided into series of non-overlapping frequency subband where subband carries the different signal. So subband is basically behaving as carrier signal, which is importantly used for uh, in FDM for carrying the information from source to destination. Practically, the use of radio spectrum and optical fiber to share the multiple independent signals. So these are the practical use of your FDM. So this is the good example of your FDM, in which here I am having signals, signal 1, signal 2, signal 3, signal 4, and they are being transmitted through channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4 respectively. They are being modulated by modulator 1, modulator 2, modulator 3, and modulator 4. And here this signal is being modulated with carrier F1, this is your carrier 1, this is your carrier signal 2, this is your carrier signal 3, and this is your carrier signal 4. So these are being multiplexed through the FDM, and they are having a linear mixer, or which is also known as your adder. What does it do? Basically it combine all these signals and it makes your composite signal, and then only the communication is possible. So let's talk about time division multiplexing. So in time division multiplexing, it divides into the frame. Time division multiplexing is the method of transmitting and receiving the independent signals over common single path by meaning of synchronized switches at the end of the transmission line. This is very important. TDM is used for long distance communication link and bears heavy data traffic load from end user. End user here means it is also end user means it is applicable for source as well as it is also applicable for your destination. So this is also known as digital circuit switch. That means TDM is also known as digital circuit switching technique. So this is a very good example. In this example, I am trying to showing that there are three sources: source A, source B, and source C, and these sources are having different signals, that is A1, A1, B1, and C1, like that frames A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and C1, C2, C3. So what is going to happen when they will be muxed? That means once they will be multiplexed. So this will be first of all how it will be muxed. That is first A B C. That is the A1 B1 C1 will be multiplexed, and it will form a sorry it will form a first frame like this. This is the first frame which having A1 B1 C1. Similarly for this A2 B2 C2, I will be having a second frame, right? A2 B2 C2. Similarly for C, for frame 3 I will be having third frame, that is A3 B3 C3, this one. So first of all कौन सा जाएगा, ये वाला पहले जाएगा, उसके बाद ये वाला पहले जाएगा, उसके बाद ये वाला जाएगा, और उसके बाद थर्ड ये वाला जाएगा, राइट? So this is known as your TDM working principle. So let's talk some important formula that is being used in circuit switching. So transmission rate is first. Transmission rate is link rate. Link rate is also known as bit rate, and which is divided by number of slots, which is also known as R upon small h. Here R is the link rate or bit rate, and h gives the information of number of slots, right? Transmission time is also known as size of file, that means what is the total size of file divided by the transmission rate, which is also equals to x upon r upon x, or mathematically this can be also known as x into h by r seconds. So total time to send a packet to destination is equals to transmission time plus circuit setup time, right? So let's talk about one example through which we can understand this formula. The example is how long it take to send a file of hex bits from host A to host B over a circuit switched using TDM with H slots and R Mbps, that is your bitrate circuit, which is established time is k seconds. So find the total time. So how the total time will be calculated? See, so total rate, transmission rate is equals to link rate or data rate per slots is known as per number of slots is known as R upon H bps. So transmission time is also known as size of file divided by transmission rate. That means x divided by r upon h, which will be rewritten as x into h divided by r. Okay, and the total time is nothing but transmission time plus circuit setup time, that is x into h by r second plus seconds. So let's talk about summary. So circuit is having a full bandwidth because it is the dedicated line, the dedicated path which we are establishing in circuit switching. Circuit function is very much similar to your electrical circuit, right? Whenever we are talking about circuit switching, and circuit switching is contrast with your message switching and packet switching. So we will having a good comparison between circuit switching and message and packet switching when we will go through all these type of switching techniques. The establishment of circuits is very important. That means we are establishing a dedicated circuit between source and destination through a number of intermediate switching centers. We are having so many centers. Once talk about data transfer. So data transfer is being done between source and destination, and basically these data are in the form of voice, right? And circuit disconnection means what? When our communication completes, then either of the nodes, that is sender or receiver, can disconnect the circuit. Okay, so these are some good books and URL as well as YouTube videos link which can excel your knowledge very much. So if you want to go through these videos, these links or these books, you may consult these links, and certainly this will give you a very good aperture of your knowledge. So thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day.